What's going on, baby? It's your man Mal C219 TV, baby. Cheats for Life, Midwest Connected. But we bring you all things when we talk about life. And on this one right here, because life insurance is a must. And GoFundMe is not life insurance. But on this right here, man, I want to tap in with y'all. And I want to talk to all my workers, my 9-to-5ers, my people with jobs, good jobs. How long will it take you to make $1 million? I mean, the American dream is house, car, crib, Sometimes, and nobody really falls short of that when you think about it. Everybody got a house, car, a crib. Well, house, crib, same thing. But you see what I'm saying? Average person got that. Now, how we got it, that's the whole nother ball game right there. You know what I mean? Who has it comfortably, who's struggling to keep it. It is what it is. Now, we were sitting back, me and my man, and was thinking like, man, had we talking, the conversation came up. Me and some of my guys were sitting around, and we was just wondering, have we made $1 million? Or who's made $1 million? Because, I had a friend of mine who he told me he can show me $1 million on paper. And with that, I'm like, okay, he owns a lot of property. Now everybody knows, let's say making $1 million, there's just something about making $1 million. That's the pivotal point. But this is a new day and age now where really, the pace to making that $1 million can be quicker, We fall short, we come all kind of ways, so it's all kind of ways to do it. So this is why on this one here, Stocks for the Blocks, we giving some things back to the block, giving y'all some nuggets just to know. But if you got a regular 9-to-5, we broke this down for you. You know what I mean? I broke this down for you. We went by the numbers because a lot of people got jobs, be like, oh man, I make this an hour, I make that an hour, you know what I'm saying? I got the whoop, everybody know. If it's new, we paying car notes and things like that. It's how we live it now, for some people, leasing versus buying, that's a whole nother program right there. But let's check this out. But let's just say, well, I'm going to start around $17 an hour. If you're making $17 an hour, that's what? $2,700 a month. Matter of fact, to be exact, $2,720 a month. $32,640 a year if you're making $17 an hour. So everybody's making $17 an hour. We know what you're making. Minus taxes, each state is different. Garnishments, child support, stuff like that. Everybody check is different, but everybody, if you're making 17, you're checking in at 32. If you're making 18, $2,880, you're checking in 34,560 a year. You're making $19 an hour, you're checking in $3,040 a month. $36,480 a year. You see where this is going? If you're making $20 an hour, you're checking in $3,200 a month. These is 40-hour work weeks. $38,400 a year. $20 an hour. $25 an hour. $4,000 a month. $48,000 a year. You see where I'm getting at? $35 an hour. $67,000. It's $560. $5,600 a month if you're making 35 an hour. That's $67,200 a year. 45 an hour, $7,200 a month, $86,400 a year. $50 an hour. I'm gonna stop right there. Cause I kept going with this, but I'm gonna stop right there. $50 an hour, $8,000 a month, $96,000 a year. Now, because a lot of people be throwing numbers around, and sometimes we got to really look at what we make and what we take. You know what I'm saying? So, in a lot of this, and this right here is, of course, before taxes. Everybody, every number, this is before taxes, which is, what shows you why. So it's like, if you made $20 an hour, $3,200 a month, which was $38,400, which the average person is in that range between $17 and $25. The average person. You know what I'm saying? So now with that, at $20 an hour, it'll take you 20 years to make $768,000. $20 an hour, it'll take you 20 years. 20 years. Here lies the motto of your job. They bring you in, you work at any job, 20 years you do to retire. If you come to that job when you're 20, then it was beneficial. You come to that job at any age after 30, you won't be retiring until you're maybe 60, in your late 50s and 60s or 70s, depending on where your financial situation is. They know that, and then you will come in, say at 17, 18, so they're not even going to exceed. You make it get to 25, you make it get to 30, you may switch to a salary position, which may bump you up, you know what I mean? But it'll take you 20 years to make $1 million. Now, man, you're out that $768,000. Where have you been staying for the last 20 years? You've been paying rent, you've been riding, you've been eating, you've been drinking, you've been thinking, you've been spending a lot of money taking care of kids and families for 20 years. Coming out of that, $768,000. 20 years. Now, if you're a hustler, entrepreneur, businessman, you've done some things on the side to add to that. Some way, some shape, somehow, you would have still had to have made over $300,000 doing something else. You feel me? And even a lot of runs on the streets. I see dudes on the streets, you'll think some dudes may have touched $1 million. A lot of dudes touched $1 million on the streets. I'm gonna keep it real. Small increments, large increments, because when you 10,000, 20,000 a pop on a regular, and you're doing that for some years, you're touching $1 million. In the streets, you just don't know how fast it's coming. So but that's why they do that, because your chances of touching $1 million in those type of situations will be faster than this right here, which goes to show that's why that $1 million standard is so important, because the government, America, the powers that be, they know how long it's going to take you to make $1 million. So that's why anything you could do to make more than $1 million is like a dream. It's a hustle. It's a this. So when people trying to do channels, do businesses, anything you could do, you pulling over $10,000 a month, which is $120,000 a year, and so forth and so on. So that's why 10,000 is an important number. Listen to those numbers: 10,000, $1 million, 10,000 is hood rich. Wherever you at, 10,000 is hood rich. Everybody in the hood, they got 10,000. He's considered hood rich. You can do what you want in the hood. You got 10,000. Wait, no. Most people in the hood got $800, $1,000, so you looking like Big Willie with 10,000. You can make a lot of moves, but that's a good stepping stone. Even the banks, the government, the feds, if you spend over 10,000 on something, they looking at you. They know you got, that's the number to start making things go. So you want to set that 10,000 on the regular, but we come short of things, but we're going to get back to that. But just know, it's going to take you at least 20 years working to make $1 million. If you're making anything over that $20 an hour, in that 20 years, you might have made over $1 million, but you got to be making that amount, $50 an hour for 20 years. Not you got up to $50 an hour your last 5-10 years of life. You disqualified. You won't make the $1 million. So we just tap in there. Let me know what you think. How long will it take you to make $1 million? What we doing it for? Who trying to reach that $1 million? Is there some other things we need to do? But don't move the goalpost, baby. Just figure out how we gonna get it done. Just checking in, tapping in, putting some meat on your head, and let me know what you think about that. Drop something in the comments, man. Chiefs for Life 219 TV, just giving you some stocks for the block, baby. Just something you to listen to and to think about, and we wonder what you're trying to do to get to that next level. And if you're really trying to make $1 million, listen to those numbers, break them down, and just see where you at. Drop some in the comments, let me know. We out.